This video is the sixth in a series of short videos providing an introduction to the use of T-Web. They will make most sense if watched in order. In this video, I'm going to have a more detailed look at the procedure to follow when a project is booked. As we have already touched on in previous videos, the life of a project often follows a pattern. Client requests proposal, sometimes without details regarding passenger names and flights, or even dates. Consultant sends a proposal, making assumptions on where the client is vague and pointing these out to the client in the cover letter. Negotiations can go back and forth with the client providing more information and or requesting changes. On their side, the client is usually in negotiation with the passenger as well. If all goes well, the client makes the sale, the passenger accepts the proposal, and the client confirms the project. This process can take a couple of hours, days, weeks, or even longer. Because of the possible time delay and because you'll be dealing with several proposals and bookings on a daily basis, once you do receive a confirmation, it is important to retrieve the project, familiarize yourself with the content, and carefully check it against the client confirmation before proceeding. The client's confirmation must be processed and the project booked as soon as possible, within a couple of hours. Typically, the client's confirmation includes details of the passenger names and flight details. It is possible to proceed without these details, but at a minimum, the date and number of passengers must be specified. At this point, things are still flexible. If the client's confirmation entails a change from the final version of the proposal sent, this can still be discussed, but any potential issues must be identified and sorted out at this stage. All the necessary updates to the project need to be made before it is booked. The heading, date in and out flights, domestic flight details, transfer and meet and greet times, and the passenger list. Once it is booked, the project is no longer just between the consultant and the client. Suppliers become involved as well as other company departments. Booking consultants become involved in following up with suppliers on confirmation. Accounts become involved when suppliers need to be paid and when payment is received from the client. And operations book guides and vehicles if required. Time is of the essence. As a consultant, you cannot control how long the other people involved take to complete their part. You can only control yourself, so it is vital not to cause a delay. After the project is booked, any amendments will result in amendments being generated and sent to suppliers. Generating unnecessary amendments because you forgot to update the project before booking will annoy and confuse suppliers and increase the risk of error. Checking feasibility is an important first step before making all the necessary updates and booking the project. If the dates of the confirmation are different from the original dates, the change might mean that a service doesn't operate on the date. For example, Rovos with set departure dates 3, not 2 April. The international flight times might also impact feasibility. For example, if there's not enough connecting time between the Hoedspruit-Johannesburg flight arriving at 17:30 and the Joburg-London flight departing at 18:10. To change the heading, in Service Basket, amend the heading to match the confirmation. And click Save Info. To change the date in, click on Amend Date First Service. Enter the new date of first service and click Save. Note how the dates have been changed. To update the in-out details, display the in-out info, enter the details, and click Save Info. To update the domestic flight details, in Service Timing, find the flights and enter the flight number and times and save. Update service times to match the flights, also in Service Timing. The meet and greet should match the in-flight and the transfer the hotel. For a transfer to the airport, allow sufficient time, normally 2 hours for a domestic flight or more depending on the distance. and click Save. In Passenger List, for changes to the names, click on the plus next to passenger detail and enter the names. Click Submit. For changes to the rooms, under Rooming List, make the change and submit. Click on Booking Consultants to see which booking consultants are linked to the providers in the project. This depends on the booking consultant defined as default for the tour consultant, here for Gomo Gomo and Vineyard, and in some cases on the booking consultant specified for the provider, for example, African Eagle and Flights. In general, this can be left as is, except if you have a particular reason to work with a specific booking consultant on a specific project. It is indicated so you know who to follow up with should you have a question about progress on a booking. Once you have made all the necessary updates in Service Basket, click Book. On Project Availability, click Create Booking. In Service Basket, note the new reference, the booking stage booking request, and the column indicating booking status. To create the hard copy file, print the file set, the reference, the cost, package rates, and itinerary. On a cardboard folder, staple the reference to the front, the cost inside left, rates on top of the cost, and itinerary inside right. The hard copy proposal file with the client correspondence inside is filed inside this cardboard folder. After the project is booked, you need to respond to the client as soon as possible. If some services are pending confirmation from providers and seem likely to be confirmed soon, you can wait a couple of hours before responding to the client. If it seems likely to take a bit longer, for example, if it is late afternoon or a Friday, or the booking is for high season and availability might be a problem, email the project to the client right away to show that you are working on it and mention confirmations that are pending. Once everything is booked and confirmed, you can complete the confirmation check in Quality Check and confirm the project to the client. This is covered in more detail in the training unit Quality Check Intro. It might happen that, after the project is booked and confirmed, the client requests a cancellation. This can be partial or complete. A partial cancellation might be just a or some services. For example, if the clients decide they no longer want the nights at Sun City in Service Basket, click on the red X to delete. Note how the services appear at the bottom under Cancelled Services, with a flashing red light indicating emails pending to be sent to suppliers. To send the cancellation, click on Booking Management and click Send Booking Mails. Or a partial cancellation might be a or some passengers no longer traveling. For example, if Mr. and Mrs. Deal cancel, in Passenger List, click on the red cross to delete the room and submit. Under Passenger Detail, remove the names as well and submit. In Service Basket, note the flashing red lights for all the services. Click on Booking Management. Note the amendments pending, a change in the number of rooms. Click Send Booking Mails. If the client completely cancels the project, click on Cancellation. The cancellation page displays whether or not cancellation fees will be charged. Confirm cancellation. In the service basket, note that all the services have been cancelled. In the case of a complete cancellation, they are automatically sent as soon as the cancellation is confirmed. And that is it. Thank you for watching.